A suspicious package shakes up the Atlanta campus. Plus, Panther Report sits down in an exclusive interview with candidate Ted Metz. All that and more coming up next on Panther Report News.
Hello and welcome to Panther Report News. I'm Destiny Elliot.
And I'm Kara Nelson.
With midterm election day right around the corner, reporter Tyrik Wynn sits down in an exclusive interview with the Libertarian candidate on the ticket, Ted Metz.
Why do you think that the Democrats and the Republicans are always winning out? Why do you not think that you guys have had much success in winning?
I have at least 3 good reasons for that. Georgia has the strictest, most restrictive ballot access requirements of any of the 50 states. We only have, as Libertarians, we have statewide ballot access due to a lawsuit back in the 80s and a 5% statewide election, which qualified us to be on the statewide offices without petitioning requirements.
You can find a full-length report here on Panther Report News after the show.
I went to Snapchat. It has this feature where I feel like everyone knows this. There's a snap map, and it tells us right where we are. There's a mall evacuation. So I thought something might be going on, so I clicked on it, and it told me that there was another suspicious package.
Just a few days after suspicious packages were sent to several political figures and CNN, Georgia State's downtown campus was hit with a scare. Peachtree Center was closed when a suspicious package was reported, but it is now open after the Atlanta Police Department says the backpacks did not include hazardous materials.
Destiny, tell me what you were for Halloween this year.
I was Raphael the Ninja Turtle.
Wow.
What about you?
I was a farm girl. I had my pigtails and my overalls.
How exciting.
Halloween is one of the best times of the year to be a Panther. Reporter Viviana Munguia was able to catch up with Georgia State Spotlight Programs Board at the annual GSU night at Netherworld. Viviana?
It's Halloween Eve, and I'm celebrating it here at Georgia State Night at Netherworlds, hosted by Spotlight Programs Board. Georgia State students were excited to go into Netherworld.
Earlier, we sold out in 2 days. People seem really spooked. It's really spooky. I am terrified.
For many, it was their first time coming to Netherworld. What made you guys want to come over here?
They said that it was going to be great, and I heard that there's a Stranger Things, and I'm a fan of Stranger Things.
Krampus was nice enough to let us know what to expect of this year's Netherworld.
It's so much bigger, all right? It's longer once you're inside. There's wide scenic vistas. There's massive buildings. There's you're inside, you're outside. You're doing graveyards. You're doing great spinning vortexes that take you to another dimension. It's got everything. It's very exciting.
I hope you all enjoyed this spooky season. From Netherworlds, I'm Viviana Munguia for Panther Report News.
I think that free speech has a place, and you can make your voice heard. He has a right to be here, because if we didn't give him a right to be here, then that would open the door for us not having a right to be here. So be it. But this is not effective in promoting community or inclusion or understanding.
I follow the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm here representing God. I'm here representing the truth. No, I'm not with any organization. Just here as a Christian. Are you a Christian?
In previous weeks, examples free speech has surfaced on our campus. On Monday, Dan Corney took to sidewalks outside of Langdale Hall to challenge students on their beliefs. Some were upset, one asked questions, and another tried to play over what was being said. GSU PD eventually stepped in and told Corney he cannot speak on Georgia State property, but they did offer Corney the chance to move to the opposite side of the sidewalk.
The new resident hall of Mix celebrated the opening of their leasing office, and I had a chance to stop by the event. The Mix Resident Hall is hosting its grand opening party for its new leasing office.
So our leasing office is located at 124 Edgewood, the old Georgia State bookstore.
The leasing office opened its doors to the public, and it was a great turnout for Georgia State students.
We have an event with live music, food, and inviting students that have already signed their lease and others who have stopped by to come and take a visit, tour the model, see the facility, and just have a great time.
The leasing office houses a model room for students to tour and get a general idea of what their room will look like.
So the building is scheduled to open August 17th, 2019. Construction is ahead of schedule, so we're really excited about the construction progress. They've already on the 22nd floor pouring concrete. This office is only doing construction, so once the building opens, we'll be moving to our permanent space next August.
Many Georgia State students say they're excited about having a new resident hall separate from university housing.
So we are a private student housing residence. It's just a great location being on campus, near campus. We do have a marketing affiliation with the athletic department, but that's the only affiliation that we have.
The leasing office is located at the corner of Cortland and Edgewood, and they are now accepting applications. In Atlanta, I'm Kara Nelson for Panther Report.
March for Our Lives Atlanta hosted a Vote for Our Lives block party in underground Atlanta. Reporter Kevin Sanchez has more details.
Local leaders from Georgia all the way down to Parkland, Florida are here at the Vote for Our Lives block party, and with one common message, that's to vote.
I think it's a great way to combine like a fun event. They got food, music, with also energizing people around some really important actions that they can take.
Parkland activist Jacqueline Corin says the collective action of youth keeps her encouraged.
It's truly something I enjoy, and it's something that I know makes a difference. Even if we just impact one person a day, that adds up. And so I just want to keep doing the work because so many people have told us that we inspire them and that we have inspired them to create their own clubs and just stand up and be vocal about what they care about.
Thomas Faulkner and Isis McClendon prepared and served free barbecue. Their message? To bring people together.
Food is one of those things that brings us together, fellowship. It gives us a reason to stop and talk and get to know each other. So I think in these days and time, we need to utilize anything we can to just, bring each other together for a few minutes.
Activist Matt Deach took a moment of silence for the lives taken at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Because we're going to fight for those 11 people every single day. So those are some of the last people that have to die from gun violence in America.
Singer and songwriter Rory slowed the music down and came with a pitch to young voters.
There are many ways to affect their community is through voting, of course, through being that light.
What is one thing voters should know as this event wraps up ahead of the midterm elections?
That if someone tells you to leave your polling place and you have proper identification, do not leave and call a voter suppression service.
From the underground Atlanta, I'm Kevin Sanchez for Panther Report News.
An Atlanta barber is making a change through haircuts.
Absolutely. I love stories like these. Reporter Justin Dewitt has details on how one man's efforts made an impact in his community.
I grew up in a barbershop as a little kid. I was that little kid who would sweep up the hair off the floor, take out the trash, to try and earn, some little ice cream money. I went to Brown's Barber College, and Mr. Brown had a tradition where every Thanksgiving he would take classes down to the Hosea Williams Feed the Hungry, providing food, sort of fill up the tummies and give them a nice haircut. So I just would like to continue that tradition. So we provide free haircuts for the kids within the community. As a barber, you're more than just a barber. You're sometimes a father figure, a big brother. So it's important for kids to have that positive role model in their lives.
Jason has dedicated a majority of his career to giving back to the youth in the community of Atlanta. I sat in Jason's chair myself to see what this experience was like.
As a barber, how do you help give back to that type of community, to the people that are sick at a hospital?
Well, a lot of times in this career, when you're dealing with people, man, unfortunately, some of your clients become sick, some pass away. I learned from a client that, hey, it's good to go and see about the sick, instead of giving them a call. So going to hospitals to cut some of, the elderly, to see their expression on their face, that somebody actually cares about them and took time out their day to make sure that they have a nice haircut and a shave. Just makes them feel good.
Well, that's our show. Be sure to follow us on all social media platforms at GSU PRN.
Also, subscribe down below and please let us know what you think in the comments.
I'm Kara Nelson.
And I'm Destiny Elliott.
And we'll see you next week.